If you're walking into the theater expecting the lead hero to kick ass of 100 people all together without even getting a scratch onto him, if that is the kind of mass you are expecting, then you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video I will be talking about Ajit Kumar's Vida Muriyachi, which has just gotten a theatrical release. What comes in your mind when you think of a mass hero or a massy film? There is definitely a set template that we all think of when we hear this term. We think of a hero who is invincible. We think of a person who is capable of taking down multiple people at one time, either getting away without a scratch on him or with bare minimum wounds. We definitely think of a hero who can do physics-defying stunts so that we can shout and hoot and cheer for him. We think of the epic slow motion walks along with really badass music, and of course the slow motion action sequences. I think I've pretty much covered all the points, but if you can think of something else, please let me know in the comments. But I feel that a lot of us, including me, had forgotten that a mass cinema can also be realistic. And after watching Vida Muriyachi, thankfully I got reminded of it again. This is a film that I would definitely put in the category of quote-unquote realistic mass, where the lead hero is a complete badass, but he's not exempt from the wounds that he would get when the villains would retaliate. Our hero's motivations are extremely high, he's on that adrenaline, and he's actually determined to achieve what he is set out to do. So yes, he's equal parts vulnerable as well as macho, and that is what this movie has given me in terms of Arjun's character, which is played so wonderfully by Ajit. Now, what I was told that this movie is like the unofficial remake of the Hollywood film Breakdown, which had released in 1997. I have not watched the original film, so obviously I cannot compare it to anything. Though after watching Vida Muriyachi, I'm actually eager to watch the original one for sure. So without comparison, if I just see Vida Muriyachi as an independent entity, this is a pretty damn well-made movie. The story backdrop is set in Azerbaijan, where we get introduced to this couple, Arjun and Kyle, played respectively by Ajit and Trisha. And they have been married for 12 years, but the marital bliss is no more there. They set out on a 9-hour road trip because Arjun feels that because they have been together 12 years and even though they're getting separated now, they deserve one last trip together. So initially everything goes smoothly, but unfortunately their car breaks down in the middle of nowhere, and that's where all hell breaks loose. From that point, this becomes a very gripping, high-stakes thrill ride. What I really liked about the screenplay was how all the characters were getting introduced to us. You get to understand their motivations, their past interactions, their past traumas, their overall past stories, whether it be the protagonists or the antagonists. I really liked how there was always a sense of mystery so as to what the characters are thinking, what they're feeling, what their motivations are. It was always getting revealed to us in parts and not as a whole. So there was always a sense of mystery. I personally loved how the screenplay was written because it was taking multiple time skips back and forth, so it ensures that it has your attention from start to finish. Also, I love the fact that it was kept realistic in the sense that all the foreign actors, because this film is set in Azerbaijan, they were speaking the local language. Yes, the majority interaction between the protagonist and the antagonist is in Tamil, but I loved how all the supporting characters who were based in that country, they were using their local language or maybe broken English. It definitely makes the screenplay much more realistic, and also it makes the stakes higher because Arjun has to navigate through that language. It's not like he does not know the language of the locals, but he's not as fluent. So you can sense his vulnerability, and that was captured really well. Then when it comes to cinematography, the entire visual representation was phenomenal. The color palette used gave a sense of barrenness, rawness, and grittiness to the overall narrative. I really like the whole aesthetic of it being very, very raw in capturing the whole landscape, because if you see where all the incident happened, the landscape is pretty barren and it's quite harsh. So that harshness was captured really well. So yeah, phenomenal cinematography, not just in capturing the entire landscape, but also in the action scenes. I'll talk about, of course, the action separately, but the picturization of this one particular action scene which happens inside a car. So it's Ajit versus 3 villains, and Ajit is trying to take control of the car. And the camera angle they use to capture that fight sequence is just so cool. They actually use the top view, and I personally have not seen any action sequence inside the car captured like that. Maybe there have been sequences which have been captured like this, but I have personally not seen. If you guys have seen, please let me know in the comments, because I thought that was such a brilliant way to capture that fight, and and it kind of showed how difficult it is to fight inside a moving car. For me personally, that was a standout cinematography in the film. Now for the action, yes, there are a couple of slow-mo shots, but most of it is hand-to-hand combat, which I loved. Now, as I told you before, that Ajit's character is a complete badass in the film, but I've also mentioned that the script is very, very realistic. So it's not like from the get-go Arjun is bashing all the bad guys. No, we see him first absolutely vulnerable. He's angered, he's frustrated, he feels hopeless, and because of all of these feelings which are accumulating inside him, and he knows that he's running short of time. So when his time comes to kick ass, oh my god, I kid you not, you yourself are gonna feel that adrenaline rush, and that is exactly what the director wanted. The director wants us to feel what Arjun is feeling, because at that time Arjun knows that it's do or die. So the build up given to Arjun's character to actually bash the bad guys is so well done, and that is why the action choreography feels more satisfactory. So as you watch the film as audience, you will think that, oh my god, if Arjun doesn't do anything right now, it's gonna get just worse and worse for him. And that is exactly what this character's psyche is, because he's also thinking like that, and because of which when he comes into full force and starts butchering these bad guys, you feel it, you genuinely feel it for him. But again, if he's giving 2 punches, he's getting 1 punch in return, which is as painful, and that has also been depicted, which I really appreciated. And then what to say about Anirudh's score? Bro has gone absolutely crazy with the score and the songs, and I have loved each and every moment of it, because he has balanced the entire score very well in terms of the emotions. It's not just because Ajit is there in the frame, you have this high octane BGM. No, he has ensured that he gives the BGM as per the elevation moments. It's absolutely fantastic to witness, so phenomenally executed by Anirudh. Now, when it comes to performances, boy oh boy, Ajit, this is his zone. I feel this is what he is. He's a badass, but he's also vulnerable, and I feel that he needs to actually explore this lane more, because when I was watching his film, I thought that, oh my god, we need more Ajit films like this. And I have not watched all of his filmography, but I can assure you that these are the kind of characters and script that he will do full justice to. His chemistry with Trisha is also amazing, and I think she also did a fabulous job. In fact, all the other supporting actor performances were great. And Arjun Sarja, I said this when I watched the trailer, that he was looking so freaking good, and yes, the script definitely did his character justice. And you would feel that yes, this is a fight of equals, because Arjun Sarja's character is made in such a way that he does not fear anything. He is so unhinged in this movie. And on the other hand, you have Ajit, who is on this adrenaline high because his stakes are just through the roof. So when these two characters come neck to neck, it is really lighting up the screen on fire. After watching this film, I am definitely convinced that Ajit is made for the nuanced roles, because that's where you see the style of Ajit. That's where he is the most badass. That's where he is the most attractive. And I really hope that he explores these kind of scripts much more in the future. You know, personally, when I think of a action thriller film, this is the kind of action thriller I enjoy the most, where it is nuanced, where there are vulnerable moments, and yes, there are badass moments as well. Yeah, we have those films where there's only action. It's fine. You know, those are entertaining as well, depending on the context of the film. But given a choice, this would be my preference, because all of us have a bias toward the kind of films that we prefer, right? So when it comes to action thriller movies, I think this is the groove that I love the most. And I'm very happy with the overall presentation of this film in terms of the performances, the storyline, the cinematography, the editing, BGM. This was a very well-made film. And personally, I would really recommend this film to everybody. So I feel that, yeah, if people were expecting this complete massy avatar of Ajit, they'll be definitely disappointed. But personally for me, I think he was so freaking badass. So yeah, that was my review for Vida Murichi. If you watched this film, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, I will end this video here, and I will see you soon on my next one. Bye!